Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining. My name is Jamie Hall. I'm the Director of Film at Gorton Community Center, and this is our weekend watch list. Went old school day with this video. So, this is basically a live stream where I talk to you guys about what you're watching and tell you a little bit about what I'm watching and what Gorton is doing. So, I'm tuning in from my bedroom. Who is here and where are you from? I would like to hear. I want you guys to use the comments. People are already doing that, which is super cool, talking about that they can hear me. But throughout this, please feel free to mention things, ask questions. There's a slight delay. This is my first time I'm figuring it out, but I want to hear from you. Tell me where you are, tell me what you're watching, and let me know what you think. So, Gorton happenings is what I will start with. So, everything that I'm talking about today first can be found on gortoncenter.org. Oh, Kate is watching from Wilmette. That's super fun. I'm going to move my camera slightly. So, gortoncenter.org/film. All of the things I'm going to tell you guys about are linked there on our webpage. We have someone from Chicago. We have someone from Villa Park. That's exciting. All around this area, got a good reach. So, Gorton. We have several things happening at Gorton. The first thing I want to plug is Gorton's Film Club. Now, this is a Tuesday night film club via Zoom that is hosted by yours truly. We are going to talk about our theater's namesake, the one and only John Hughes. We're going to watch one of his films per week, and then we are going to watch a more recent counterpart film. We're going to discuss what we think of them, how they made us feel, were we rewatching it, what was it like differently when you watched it this time, were you watching it for the first time, etc. And we'll talk about the other film and kind of how John Hughes has influenced film and how these modern counterparts kind of twist what Hughes has done, show how film has changed from when he was making them, and then also his influences upon them. So I hope you will join me. The first one is this Tuesday, April 14th at 7 p.m. You can find more information on our website. The two films we are watching are Ferris Bueller and Booksmart. So we're not watching the films together. You have to watch them before, or if you've watched them already, just feel free to come and talk. But we will be discussing them and kind of what we like about them. I picked these two films because I thought that everyone needed a little bit of Ferris's charismatic spirit in their life right now. Everyone needed a little bit of joy and laughter. So I picked my favorite John Hughes film, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And then I also picked a film that really makes me laugh, Booksmart. And what I love about both of these is they look at that teenage coming of age type story, and they look at it from the lens of different characters. So, of course, we have Ferris, who doesn't know who he is. I dressed up as him for Halloween. What an iconic character. And then we also have the ladies of Booksmart, who are hilarious in their own right and very different. So, I hope you will join me Tuesday, April 14th, 7 p.m. on our website. There's a sign-up link, and you will get the Zoom browser thing and the password, and we will talk film. Awesome. So another really exciting thing we have at Gorton is our virtual theater. So we have several virtual theater films right now, and this is a really exciting thing that I've seen from all of the smaller studios and production companies and independent theaters. They're offering theaters like Gorton, theaters like John and Nancy Hughes Theater, a platform to show films to their audience. They're offering audience a chance to support their local theater that they know and love. Hi, Gorton Center. Oh, that's exciting. And they're just offering the audience unique content that you can't really find on other platforms. So a lot of these films, they're kind of missing their theater run, but they're having this virtual run. And the way that it works is Gorton has a browser where you can log in, and if you purchase streaming for the film, it can be for some films 72 hours, some it's 48. It can be for your whole household. If you purchase that, 50% of the proceeds go to Gorton Community Center and the other go to the artists and production studio. So we're super pumped to be launching these. We've had 2 films for the past 2 weeks. This is the last full week you can see them. Those films are Once We're Brothers, Robbie Robertson and the Band. So it is a story about Robbie Robertson's early life and the creation of the band, and then its kind of ultimate disintegration and the whole story behind the band. So if you are a fan of the band, you will love this movie. If you're a fan of documentaries, you will enjoy it as well. My coworker Sue is a very big fan of the band, and she, oh, hi, Anne. Sorry, I get distracted by these comments. My coworker Sue is a very big fan of the band, and she enjoyed the film. So check it out if you want a good documentary. We also have The Whistlers, which is a Romanian film, and it is this kind of cop who's on both sides of the law, crime drama. There's this interesting thing with a whistling language. It's very different and fun and not quite like many things that I've seen before. So if you are interested in drama, being on the edge of your seat with a little bit of quirk, you should check this film out. Both of these films will be available to stream through next Sunday. So not this coming Sunday, but the Sunday after. So it is the last full week for you to check them out. If you do check them out or any of our virtual film offerings, I really want to hear what you think about them. This is my email, jamie@gortoncenter.org. I would love to hear what you think about the films that you see or what you suggest for people. We're going to be talking about a lot of different films. If you watch any of them, if you like them, if you hate them, if you have feelings or questions, feel free to email me. I would love to have a conversation with you that's not just me looking at the Facebook Live comments. So I want to hear your opinions of all of this. If you have a virtual theater review, I will share some of those next week. We're going to be doing this weekend watch list every week at 4 o'clock. So that's The Whistlers and Once We Were Brothers. We also introduced 2 new films this week, and I'll talk more about them next week, but they are St. Francis and Slay the Dragon. So St. Francis is a comedy drama, and Slay the Dragon is a documentary. There's more information on our website about those. You can stream them as well, but because there's not a lot of time during this weekend watch list, and I'm talking very fast, I will talk more about those next week. Cool. So one last thing happening at Gorton that we are all very excited about is our first ever at-home film festival. So thank you, Jasmine. Jasmine says, great suggestions for films, Jamie. Keep them coming. I will keep them coming for possibly the next 15 minutes. And then I will let you all go have your Friday nights. So bear with me. But anyway, the At-Home Film Fest. So At-Home Film Fest is not something to watch. It is something to participate in. We were talking with New Media's Steve Douglas, and we were trying to figure out a way to engage our community and engage everybody in the filmmaking process and kind of give everybody a creative outlet and also speak to what's happening right now. So we came up with the idea of At-Home Film Fest. It is a month-long film fest. It is going to be 4 different prompts. So each prompt is a week long, which means that these films are not meant to be perfect. They're meant to be authentic and real and you telling your story, but they don't have to be like production level quality. So there will be 4 prompts and everyone will be asked, you can do this with your family, you can do this by yourself. If you're sheltering as an individual, all are welcome to participate. And you will create a 1-minute long film that will be related to the prompt, and you will submit it throughout the week. And so we'll have 4 of those. So hopefully at the end, you'll have 4 1-minute long films, and we'll have hundreds, maybe, I don't know, I dream big, hundreds of minute-long films that kind of show what everybody's doing. And we'll have open-ended prompts that will help you get creative and think about that more. So there's more about that at gortoncenter.org as well. And we will be launching the first prompt this Monday, April 13th. So get your filmmaking crew together and check it out. Okay, yay. And we have a couple more comments. Jim Hall said, my dad says, I'm looking forward to Booksmart. That is a great one. It is hilarious. I remember my mom telling me she fell off the chair laughing during one part, and that part is really great too. No spoilers here on our weekend watch list. Trisha says, can't wait for the At-Home Film Fest. Me either, Trisha. And Julia says, can't wait to check out those films this weekend. Awesome. Thank you all for your comments. Okay, this is a little bit longer than I thought, but bear with me, everybody. I have a couple more things I wanted to talk about and things that you can watch. So, film partners, our next section. At Gorton, we could not show the films that we show without these wonderful partners, and especially right now with the virtual theater, we're having some new partners, which is really exciting. But I wanted to give a couple partner shout outs for films that you can access from our partners. So we have this series, Cartemquin Presents, and Cartemquin is an independent documentary filmmaking crew that make amazing films, and they just uplift voices, and they talk about social justice issues. They tell amazing stories. And we have someone tuning in from New York. That's awesome. And Olivia says, I love the band. Can't wait to watch that documentary. Olivia, definitely check it out and let me know what you think. I would love to hear that. So, Cartemquin is an amazing group. We show 4 of their films a year. And right now, their films are available online to stream. Not all of them, of course, but several of them. And I want to kind of do a film shout out. I have a link to the page so you can access them. Many of them you can rent or buy, and some of them you can watch for free via this link. Again, it will be on gortoncenter.org/film under our weekend watch list. But yes, I want to shout out the film Inquiring Nuns. It is this really wonderfully sweet, genuine short film. And the premise is that the director, the 2 directors, one of them, Gorton Quinn, the founder of Cartemquin, follow these nuns around, and they just ask people in Chicago in 1968 if they were happy. And that is the premise of the film. And that film is just a snapshot of life. And I find myself asking myself many reflective questions right now and wondering what people would say if you could walk around the street and ask them about life now. And it's just a really interesting concept and a very slice of life film. So I recommend that one. And it is a short film, so it won't take too long to watch as well, which is nice because there are a lot of things on this watch list. Nobody has to watch them all, but if you want to. Oh, and we have a couple suggestions from our audience. Hoop Dreams, Jim Hall. Yes, that is a Cartemquin film. It is also fabulous. It's the opposite of short, but it is amazing, and it kind of set the bar for documentaries in the 90s. And Cindy Andra says she loved The Left-Handed Pianist. Yes, that was another Cartemquin film that we showed a rough cut of at Gorton, and hopefully the final one will be out soon, and we'll get to show it again in our theater when we are open. And then Jay says, Cartemquin is great, loved Minding the Gap. Yes, Minding the Gap, another fabulous documentary from Cartemquin, possibly my favorite documentary ever. I just could talk about it all day. I won't bore you guys, but if you ever want to chat, let me know. That one is awesome. And the producer of both Left-Handed Pianist and Minding the Gap, Diane Kwan, lives in Lake Forest. So we love having her at Gorton and hearing her stories and showing her films. So yes, that's my Cartemquin shout out. I also have a link to Mountain Film. We show Mountain Film every January, but I don't know if everyone knows this, but past films are available on their website under Watch Mountain Film. And I wanted to shout out a couple that are from several years back that I absolutely love. So the first is Mile 19. And I don't know if any of you watch this, but it is about a mailman who runs marathons, and he is possibly the greatest human ever and will just make you smile. And I don't want to say anything else because I just think you should all watch it. It is all 3 of these films are short, and I have links to them on our page, so you can directly get there. But yes, shout out to all the mailmen and delivery people in our lives right now. You're awesome, and we wouldn't exist without you. And so cheers to you, and also cheers to Johnny, who is just the best, and you have to watch that film. That's why I don't want to ruin it. I'm just going to say that. Oh, and Amy says, loved Mile 19. Yes, see, everyone who watched it loved it when we showed it a couple years ago, and you'll love it too. Just trust me. Also, Amy says, All the Queen's Horses. Yes, that is another Cartemquin film that's amazing. Check it out. I am sure it's on their page as well. Yes. Okay. So, the next film is Heaven's Gate, And this one will get you on the edge of your seat. This crazy guy in bright orange snow pants descends just the most insane line in the middle of a mountain, gets it all on film, and it is just, I don't even know. I've never had, like, my heart, well, Free Solo, my heart was beating pretty hard, but this film, you'll be on the edge of your seat. So if you need some adrenaline in your life that has nothing to do with the world that you live in right now, but is awesome and is like skiing down a crazy cliff face, check out this one. It is crazy. Oh, and back to the comments. Oh, Amy says she'd recommend Coffin Club on the Mountain Film site. Yes, that one is great. I almost picked that one too. It's this hilarious group of people in New Zealand that paint their coffins, and it is just a funny short film, and they're lovely humans, and it will just make you smile. That is a great recommendation. We will update and put that one on the link as well. And Jane Hall, my mom says, we met Johnny. Yes, that's true. Mile 19 star, Johnny. We met him the first time I went to Telluride for the Mountain Film Festival in a taco restaurant, and basically died because he was an amazing human. Everyone watched Mile 19. It's just so good. And the last mountain film shout out I want to say is When We Were Knights. This is one of my favorite mountain films ever. It is heartbreaking and sad. It's about friendship and adventure and these two base jumpers and their story. Not for small children to watch, definitely, but if you're an adult human, you should watch this film. It has a very great metaphor tied to Don Quixote, and the title is kind of a clue to that as well. So be intrigued and watch it. Okay, so that's all I have for our partners, and I hope you guys aren't tired of me talking yet. The world of streaming. Dun dun dun. I need some sound effects for next week. So, streaming. There are so many things out there to watch. I couldn't even begin to distill it for you. I have several links and lists up on our website. The New York Times just put out this 50 best films on Netflix right now. So if you're a Netflix subscriber, I highly recommend that. Also, if you're a Netflix subscriber, I want to plug this great documentary I watched called Bathtubs Over Broadway. It is about this guy, Steve Young, who is a comedy writer for the David Letterman show. And, oh, hold on. Before I finish this bathtubs thing, we have another comment. Julia says, so cool that past Mountain Film Fest films are available. I'm looking forward to seeing more. I love going to Mountain Film at Gorton every January. Aw, thank you, Julia. We love having you. That's such a great comment. Okay, so back to Bathtubs Over Broadway. Steve Young has this weird obsession, and I don't know if anyone knows that this existed, but there are all of these musicals, corporate musicals about random things, like bathrooms, or diesel, or tractors, or I could go on. And it is this hidden world of corporate musicals that only a select few people know about. And so Steve, he is a collector because he finds this hilarious as a comedy writer. And the film is about him kind of discovering this world and exploring it. You get to explore what someone's obsession is like, which I think is, we can all relate to that. We've all had something weird we collected or something we're super, super into. For me, it's film, or in terms of collections. When I was a kid, I was like an entomologist, but in my backyard. That was a little bit weird when I brought it to my kindergarten class, my bug collection. But anyway, I think we all can relate to that idea of being super into something. So it's really fun to watch Steve, and it's hilarious. He interviews composers, he interviews people who were in these, and you get to hear the music, which is just ridiculous. It's very well done music, and it's about the most ridiculous topics. So I recommend that one. The trailer's on our page, and the link to it is there. Also, Chicago Media Project, which is this great company, helped fund that film, and they're having a Q&A with the director and Steve Young and a musical composer. Their names escape me, but they're having a Q&A with them tonight at 6 p.m. So if you're interested in that, there is a Zoom link. Let me know. Okay, so I had a couple of other streaming things, but I've kind of gone over my 15-minute time limit, and I want to hear mostly from you guys now. What are you watching? What What do you recommend? What are your favorite movies? What do you think everyone should watch right now? I have some more lists. I have 100 of the best comedy films from the American Film Institute up there. There's South by Southwest has some short films. We can talk about that next week. And Amazon Prime is actually going to get South by Southwest films coming soon. I could not find the date, but as soon as that happens, I will watch all of them, and I'll tell you guys which ones are amazing. I bet they all are. Super pumped about that. But yeah, what are you all watching? What can we talk about? And what do you want to share with us? Please put that in the comments. I'll be here for a few more minutes, and then we'll sign off if anyone wants to share. I can also keep talking about things if nobody wants to share. Oh, we have one. Oh, Kate says, I saw Moneyball for the first time this week. So great. Yes, that film is wonderful. And it's really, I mean, Brad Pitt's always good, but it's fun. Baseball films. I actually started a list about baseball films that we're going to put up on the website soon because all of you fans out there, it is so sad that we don't have our baseball season yet. And if you're looking for a way to kind of remedy that a little bit, I have a list of films you can watch that are some of my favorite baseball films. We'll post that on the Gorton website as well. Amy says, we watched Onward, the new Pixar film, and it was fabulous. Great message. Yes, family-friendly films. I haven't really talked a lot about those, but yeah, Onward looked really fun. I love the idea of magic just being kind of a mundane thing, and what does the world look like with that? And Chris Pratt is always hilarious, so check out Onward, Amy says. Jay says, I just watched Vivarium recently. Very fascinating movie. Looking forward to watching We Summon the Darkness tonight. Both of those sound very fascinating and exciting, and I want to learn more about them, so I'm going to Google that. Maybe I'll talk about those next week. Olivia says, this was a fantastic start to the weekend. Thanks, Jamie. Is there a place or website that lists all your recs? Oh, yes. Where did my paper go with that? Oh, yes. Gorton Center, gortoncenter.org /film has everything that's happening in Gorton. And also there's a page that says Weekend Watch List, April 10th. And that has everything I've talked about right now. And I will update it with the new things. So check that out, Olivia. Anyone, if you have to sign off, check that page out. It's pretty good. I think. I don't know. I'm biased, clearly. Cindy says, we watched Bombshell last night. Very good. Oh, yes, I heard very good things about Bombshell as well. Kate says she saw it as well. That one is kind of hard to watch. Curious. Definitely sounds like a good thing to check out. Oh, everyone is really getting with these comments, which is awesome. I love the conversation that is happening right here. Julia says, finish the first season of Fargo. It's been fun to spend checking out shows I don't have time to see when they first came out. I just watched True Detective for the first time too. Ooh, True Detective, so good. So we've kind of only talked about films, but there's a lot of great television out there as well. And feel free to share your recommendations in the comments about that as well. But this kind of brings up an idea that I was thinking about also, and they talked about on this movie-themed podcast I was listening to in preparation for this live stream. It's a really great time to watch all those films that you never got to see or that you have been meaning to, all the classics and all the recommendations that your friends have given you. Now is a great time to watch them and share them and tell people about them. There's such a diversity of film out there, and it's all so good. So I hope you guys have a chance. Also, parents, now is a great time to share some of your favorites with your kids. You all have all this family time anyway, you know. Watch Star Wars, have a lightsaber battle, watch The Goonies. I don't know why I'm thinking of all of my childhood films. I recently watched Space Jam with my brother, 11 a.m. on a Sunday. That's the world we live in right now. It was wonderful. It was a wonderful time. Space Jam holds up, in my personal opinion, but maybe you had to watch it when you were little. Uncut Gems. I have not seen Uncut Gems. I'll have to... Uncut Gems. Saw Uncut Gems at the Roxy in NYC. Excellent performance by Adam Sandler. I heard that as well, that it was like insane. I might have to watch that and tell you guys what I think next week. Well, I think we're about out of time. Thank you guys for all of your comments and interaction. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I hope that you get to go to our page and watch some of these. Let me know what you think. Again, this is my email address. Please send me your reviews of all of these movies. I would love to hear them. And thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you have a lovely weekend, and we'll see you next Friday at 4 if you want. I'll be here. Okay. Take care, everyone. Bye.